accounting and regulatory aspect. If it comes to this particular one, the CRR and SLR and eligible securities for CRR and SLR or their NDTL calculation, that is very important. LAF आपका, when we talk about the LAF, so it include your majorly repo rate, reverse repo rate, SDF, bank rate and all. This generally comes under this particular one. Payment and settlement, again we have NPCI or Payment and Settlement System Act 2007 or NPCI products and dealings, they generally comes under this one. Okay? So please quickly go through this one. And guys, module D, I'll be providing you in recorded form. Those who are only comfortable in English, those who are comfortable in Hindi, so I have done already module C and module D, they are already available. Please do watch those particular one. They are in more detail because that time I got much time. Okay? And the best way is you can watch through the BFM Restart series. All 31 units are there. If you go through that particular one, and if you are following the regular marathon session for case studies and application based question, and if you are practicing mock, you are at safer side. Okay? I'll never commit that you will able to score 80, 90. No, my goal is just pass this particular examination, and that is our goal. Basically, that's why I never entertain DVF candidate and all, because they have a different goal. Okay? They are preparing for some examination, they want to learn things and all. Okay? Our goal is just pass these particular examination and we can avail the benefits and we can build the concepts and all. So the required areas, so where we can relate, because we do have a time crunches, right? तो आगे बढ़ते हैं. CRR and SLR, ठीक है, CRR, SLR, ठीक है, we all know about these particular ones. CRR is we need to maintain with RBI in the form of cash, and RBI does not pay any interest on this one. And SLR is basically bank need to maintain a certain portion of their NDTL in the form of cash, gold and approved securities. Basically these approved securities are government securities. Now when it comes to the NDTL, okay, so while we compute the NDTL, there are few securities which get excluded from the computation of NDTL. That you have to remember. Okay? There must be a list. Okay? Main component of DTL, demand and time liabilities. Okay? So demand deposit held in current and saving accounts, margin money for LCs, overdue fixed deposit. Okay? So there is a question around a case study around the computation of DTL also, even in your book as well. So that is very important. Please take it seriously. Time deposit and fixed deposit, recurring deposit, reinvestment deposit, overseas borrowing, foreign outward remittances and transit, other demand and time liabilities like accrued interest, credit balances and suspense account. So while we calculate the demand and time liability, we have to consider around these particular areas. Okay? So they get added in that particular computation of NDTL. But when we calculate DTL for the maintenance of CRR and SLR, so there are some relaxations, okay, that you have to take care, right? So now this is the one thing. So scheduled commercial bank are exempted from maintaining CRR on the following liabilities. This is very, very important one. Okay? So this is the common one. Okay? General guidelines, how you will compute your DTL, but this is something which is exempted one. Okay? So now these you have to remember. Okay? तो इनको थोड़ा सा आप लोगों को याद करना पड़ेगा. So liabilities to the banking system in India is as computed under the clause D of exemption to section 42 subsection 1 of RBI Act 1934, which include credit balances in ACU in dollars आपका, ठीक है, is in clearing union आपका, ठीक है, उसमें demand and time liabilities in respect of their offshore banking units, foreign branches आपका, ठीक है. The eligible amount, basically foreign branches, and you can also mention with you can also link the IBUs also, because IBUs are also considered as a foreign branches. Their balance sheet get maintained in foreign currency itself, right? The eligible amount of incremental FCNR and NRE deposit of maturing of 3 years and above from the base date July 26, 2013 and outstanding as on 7th March 2024 till their maturities or pre-withdrawals. Maximum of eligible credit and outstanding long-term bonds to finance infrastructure loan and affordable housing loan. Apart from this also we have some other areas. आपका जैसे paid up capital reserve, retain profit, refinance avail from RBI and apex financial institution like NABARD, SIDBI, Exim and all. Net income tax provision also, claim received from DICGC, Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation and ECGC, ठीक है, Insurance Credit Guarantee Corporation, insurance company toward ad hoc settlements, court receivers and all, ठीक है. These are the areas which generally get exempted while you calculate the DTL for the maintenance of CRR. Liabilities arising on account of utilization of limit under banker acceptance policy. District Rural Development Agency, District Rural Development Agency, DRDA subsidy up to 10,000 kept in subsidy reserve fund account in the name of self-help groups. Subsidy released by NABARD under the investment subsidy scheme for construction, renovation, expansion of rural go downs. Okay? So these are like while we calculate or while we compute NDTL or DTL, so these get avoided. Okay? We do not have to include these particular one if any balances are related to these particular ones. So you have to avoid those particular one. We just have to consider these areas. Okay? They generally get calculated while we compute the DTL. So based on that particular only, you will be able to calculate the CRR. Okay? Whatever that amount, uska 4%, that will be the CRR liability on the bank. When it comes to the SLR, so these are the three securities, cash balances, gold and approved securities. So they generally comes under, and bank they need to maintain these particular one with themselves. Okay? LAF आपका liquidity adjustment facility majorly through the credit policy or monetary policy, and RBI use this LAF tool, these LAF tools to manage the overall liquidity in the Indian banking system or financial system. Okay? Like in last two monetary policy, they have cut down the repo rate by 1% or 100 basis point, 25, then 50 आपका day before yesterday. So basically what we are generally do, our target is inflation, balancing the growth, and the other side is आपका inflation and growth are the two major areas, and to deal with those particular situation. So to control the money supply in the economy, this is something which is a prompt tool which generally help RBI to manage this overall balance and all. This is very important one, and there are some tool like repo rate, reverse repo rate, bank rate, SDF, standing deposit facility, which is which has generally replaced the reverse repo rate. Reverse repo rate still in system, but we like nowadays most of the transaction that get happen through the SDF. Okay? Because the rate of interest which generally bank get through the reverse repo rate is very low, but they get collaterals. Okay? But in case of SDF, they get a higher rate of interest. Okay? Standing deposit facility and all. I hope everybody is aware on these things. So yes, these are the very basic things. Payment and settlements, where we have RTGS, negotiated dealing system, NDS system आपका, which generally it's a kind of a auction platform for the government securities. We'll discuss this. Forex आपका, Forex clear, depository institutions, NSDL, CDSL, NEFT, RTGS, these are the very basic things. So when it comes to the NDS, that is negotiated dealing system, an electronic platform for facilitating dealing in the government securities and money market instruments. RBI introduced NDS in 2002 to order to achieve automatic, first one is automatic electronic reporting and settlement process, auction on electronic platform, and trading platform trading platform for trading in government securities on a negotiated basis, telephone based trading आपका, as well as code driven आपका. ठीक है, like we have different softwares ना, like let's say when we trade through the Odin in BSC and all that kind of softwares. ठीक है, so this is something if bank want to participate in the auction which is a money auction which is conducted by RBI, so they generally bid, they generally enter their bid through the NDS system, and the payment and for the payment and settlement purpose we use RTGS amount. Okay? RTGS is the tool आपका for the overall payment things and all. Okay? So that is real time gross settlement. Forex Clear is a forex dealing system developed by CCIL for the exchange transaction USD INR as well as cross currencies. CCIL is providing straight through processing for the USD INR, and CCIL as an intermediary settle interbank USD INR as well as a cross currency deal on net basis. Okay, it is something like, let's say in government currencies you are dealing with the NDS system, and FX Clear आपका Forex Clear, which is a similar kind of platform for the USD INR currency pair. Okay, so where you can purchase dollars or any you can enter into a cross currency deal as well. Depository institution, we have NSDL and CDSL, and participants like our bank and all. So they generally comes under this particular one. NEFT RTGS, very easy one. Apex Bank Limited, the following data as of the last Friday of this second preceding fortnight. NDTL 1,80,000 crores. Excess CRR maintained during the fortnight 600 crores. CRR prescribed by RBI 4.5, SLR is 18%. Apex Bank Limited is a scheduled commercial bank. During the inspections, RBI noted the following. On 3 non-consecutive days, the bank's CRR balance fell below 90% of the required level by 200 crores. The bank maintained full SLR but included 1500 crore worth of branch cash balance in it. The bank also showed a deposit from offshore banking unit OBUs of 3000 crore as a part of its NDTL. Okay? So first of all, like these all entries will come, okay? But this OBUs, आपका OBUs basically they are not part of the DTL calculation while we are managing SLR and CLR. So this you have to remove this one. Okay, now we have a statement correct regarding the regulatory compliances and implications, and these are your options. These are your options. So what will be your correct answer for this one? So the bank violated the CRR norms because it is we have to maintain on daily basis 90% or above than that. So they were below for the 3 days aapka, and liable to pay penal interest of 3% above the bank rate aapka. So bank rate plus 3% again. So this is aapka 100% true. Inclusion of 1500 crores branch cash in SLR calculation is not permitted for scheduled commercial bank. Inclusion of 1500 crore rupees cash, branch cash, it is branch cash in calculation is not permitted for, this is also true after again. Statement 2 is also right. If it comes to the statement 2, it is also correct. OBU liabilities have been excluded from NDTL computation for SLR purpose. OBU's liabilities should have been excluded from the NDTL computation for SLR purpose. For SLR purpose or for CRR purpose, they should be excluded from for the CRR purpose, not for the SLR आपका, sorry. So this is wrong आपका. So this is something आपका, it is all, they did not have mention anything. If you are calculating CRR, it should be eliminated, but for if it is comes to the आपका CRR, they are excluded. In case of SLR, they are included. And the question is around the SLR or CR. It should be, I'm going in a wrong direction, I guess. It should be आपका in case of your SLR, they should be excluded, and in case of CRR, they should be included. That is the word. So OBUs should be OBU's liabilities should have been excluded from NDTL computation for SLR आपका, SLR it should be included. What I'm doing today, guys, no, it should be excluded. This is wrong आपका. RBI does not pay any interest even on the excess CRRs maintained by the bank. This is true. This is correct, na? This is wrong, na? Because it should be included in the calculation of SLR. It should be included in the calculation of SLR, but it should be excluded in case of CRR. ठीक है, as I can recall this point, the bank is liable for dual penalties for shortfall in CRR and wrong classification in SLR आपका. ठीक है, statement 5 आपका, statement 5 is also wrong ना. There will be only liable for the shortfall आपका, ठीक है, not for the wrong calculations. ठीक है, so 5-1 should be wrong. So 1 to 4 what we have to find out in this case आपका, ठीक है, true statement. ठीक है, 1 to 4, that means option D. How many people have marked option D आपका? ठीक है, yes. Okay, anyone guys, why you are not answering this question? क्या होगा आपका? बैंक वायलेटेड द सीआरआर, ये तो करेक्ट है आपका. 90% इज द बेंचमार्क ऑन डेली बेसिस. वी हैव टू मेंटेन सीआरआर on daily basis आपका, and they have shortfall for 3 days. Obviously there will be penalty. Inclusion of 1500 crore branch cash in SLR is not permitted. Again this is also correct for scheduled commercial bank. OBUs आपका, ठीक है, OBUs आपका offshore banking units, that is not get included in case of CRR, but for SLR it is calculated. ठीक है, so that's why this statement is wrong. RBI does not pay any interest even on the excess CRR is maintained. That is the rule. The bank is liable for dual penalties. No, they will be only liable for the CRR shortfall, not for the wrong classifications, right? So D should be right answer for this one. Anyone guys? Why? What happened today? ठीक है, चलो तो yes, आपका statement 4, OBU's liabilities are excluded from CRR, not from SLR. First of all, second one is आपका 5 incorrect, because classification of error of for SLR for this is not a penal offense if SLR is not total met. But the CRR will be आपका, that will be part of the penal category and all. ठीक है, चलो अगला question guys, next one. Explain the operational and regulatory aspect of CRR. A very simple question. Everybody knows about this one, right? So I want 100% right answer. CRR is calculated based on DTL of second preceding fortnight. Okay, there is no issue with this. RBI pay interest on the excess CRR maintained by bank. RBI pay excess. What we have to find out first of all, correct आपका. ठीक है, so this is wrong. Statement 2 is wrong. RBI pay interest on the excess CRR maintained by bank. Urban cooperative banks can include branch cash for CRR, but scheduled commercial banks are not allowed. ठीक है, that is आपका 100% true. ठीक है, CRR act as a tool to infuse liquidity in the banking system, that is repo rate. A shortfall in CRR on a single day below 90% attract penal interest at 3% आपका, initially 3%. ठीक है, so this is also correct आपका, incorrect आपका. ठीक है, 3% plus bank rate, then day 2 onwards it is 5% on bank rate आपका. ठीक है, so that is the one. So 1 in 3 means A will be right answer for this particular one. Correct है? हाँ, very good Santosh sir. So this is wrong, and this is wrong. ठीक है, these are the 3 statements आपका, rest all are correct. Next one, SLR, चलो same आपका about the SLR regulation and computation. ठीक है, SLR regulation and computations, and you have to find out the correct statement. हाँ रुक्मिणी मैम, A will be right answer for this particular one, not B आपका. ठीक है, the remaining statements were correct in that case. चलो बताओ दोस्तों, अगला क्वेश्चन आपका क्या होगा करेक्ट आंसर SLR के लिए? So gold held by bank can, SLR we can maintain in the form of cash, gold and government securities, approved securities. जी सर, ठीक है. So gold held by bank can be included in SLR valuation, true, at price exceeding current market price. ठीक है, the second statement is wrong here. ठीक है, it should be आपका at market price or below than that. ठीक है, not exceeding आपका. SLR include cash balances only after excluding CRR. SLR can be maintained in the form of government securities, treasury bill, cash, gold. SLR default penalties are governed under the section 24 with section 50, read with section 56 of the BR Act 1956 49 आपका, that is also correct. So 234 means B should be right answer for this particular one. Correct है, B will be right answer for this one. Very good. आपका कौन है हमारे संतोष सर. ठीक है, Consider the following regulatory aspect about reserve requirement of scheduled commercial bank. देखो देखो एक चीज मैं सबको बोलना चाहूंगा कि सी यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर द आपका टफेस्ट थिंग, ठीक है, वहां पे नाउ दिस इज द टाइम ना, यू हैव टू मेक सर्टेन डिसीजन कि जैसे अगर आप लेट्स से इफ यू हैव जस्ट स्टार्टेड थिंग्स, यू आर रीडिंग दीज पर्टिकुलर थिंग फॉर द वेरी फर्स्ट टाइम, तो आई विल सजेस्ट कि स्टिक टू द कॉन्सेप्ट पार्ट और उसके अराउंड जो बेसिक चीजें हैं उनको करो. फर्स्ट योर प्रायोरिटी शुड बी दैट कॉन्सेप्ट प्लस आपका ऐसे टाइप के क्वेश्चन. इफ यू गो फॉर द केस स्टडीज डायरेक्टली ना, इट विल टेक योर आवर्स आपका एंड यू डू नॉट हैव दैट मच ऑफ टाइम, ठीक है. तो थोड़ा सा आपको आपका वाइज डिसीजन लेने पड़ेंगे अब, बिकॉज दैट इज द, अब ये वो समय आ गया है जहां पे यू हैव टू स्टिक टू द कंटेंट एंड यू हैव टू वर्क ऑन दोज पर्टिकुलर एरियाज. चलो बताओ गाइस क्या होगा करेक्ट आंसर आपका. The minimum and maximum SLR and CRR limit was removed in 2007. CRR, SLR are both considered quantitative tools. आपका ठीक है. We have quantitative and qualitative, and these comes under the quantitative. Liquidity in banking system has no direct impact on inflation. They do have a direct impact आपका. So very simple question. इससे आसान क्या हो सकता है यार आपका, ठीक है. A will be right answer without any doubt, right?